Wrestle Talk with Arabbidb3aver. This is the early morning edition of Wrestle Talk. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day out there wherever you guys are at. We are going to be going over some upcoming events and some live events that we went to here recently and got to see. Now, we haven't got to see a lot of them, but we got to go to Championship One Wrestling tonight and got to catch a little bit of that was going on. And we're going to talk about it here in just a little bit. But before we get started, we would like to dedicate this show to the late, great Jax Dane. For those of you that don't know, Jax Dane passed away, and they have for his loving memory 1976 to 2024 on the NWA's website, and you can catch it all over the internet as well. So we want to give a moment of silence for Jax Dane. All right, guys, let's get started with this. So we went over and saw some Championship One Wrestling tonight. We got to see some good matches, some bad matches, and some matches that should have never been put on a card. But, you know, it is what it is, as it comes all the time, and we've got to tell the truth about it. So let's just kick it off with Dalton Blake. How did you feel like Dalton Blake's match went tonight, baby?
His was the best of everybody that we saw.
That's kind of hard. And he was the opening match, too, with Chris Payne to beat it all, to say the least. Yeah, you said yeah. Dive into it a little bit. Talk to me about it. Tell me, what made you think it was the best match of the night?
Because we didn't stay for the whole thing. It just got worse and worse as the night went on. His was the best. It was the opening, and it should have been the only one that should have been played that night.
And you will stand by that to your grave, correct?
Yes.
Oh, that's rough. That's real rough. I don't know. I mean, I think there was some good matches in there. It's really hard to say that there wasn't a lot of wasted time, though, tonight. There was a lot of matches that just had a lot of wasted time.
I don't think they had the choreography down correctly, in that they either they didn't train with each other to know what they were doing, or what, but it was a lot of mishaps, a lot of like, okay, so wrestling's not real, we all know.
Hey, it's real,
But at
baby.
least you got to make it look real. When you're slapping slap, don't do an air slap where it comes right here and you can see you're not even
Everything, right.
touching them. Or if you're doing a bump, you're not even touching them, but yet they bump all the way over here. It's not a ghost bumping them. You have to bump them.
And if you're throwing punches, at least make it look real. Don't get like this far from their face and think that nobody can see you not hitting them. Like,
I saw
it more than once in several
Yes.
different matches tonight.
Yes.
So,
Like I said, Dalton's match was on tip shop perfect. The other ones, they need more helping.
they needed some Jesus.
They need more than Jesus.
Because
Because I don't even think he could help at that point.
That's asking a lot, baby. But yeah, so we got to see them. We got to see, I guess what they're calling themselves is the infamous Warriors now.
Sure.
AMJ and his little brother, they got to tag team together against TK Arden.
Their gimmick is okay, but they need to do something about their faces.
You don't like
that
the paint?
Whole paint thing? It looked like a butterfly you threw up on their face.
He's a beautiful butterfly.
Right. Like do war paint or something, not whatever that was.
I think he was trying to mimic the Ultimate Warrior a little bit, the way that the Warrior made the bat on his face.
Well,
but
he needs to go to art class.
It really looked like a butterfly. You're right. It did look like a butterfly. But overall, I think that match was decent. I don't think it was the worst of the night. It did get kind of repetitive after a while. So we talk about this a lot. So if you have a specific move set and there's a specific move that you're going to give that night and nobody else can give it, That's the point here. Whether it's a low blow, a stunner, you're hitting somebody with a baseball bat, hit somebody with a freaking pan. Nobody else is supposed to do that segment but you. We had a lot of repeat segments tonight. That's really hard to watch as fans. I mean, yeah, it's entertaining to a degree, but after the third or fourth freaking cookie sheet smack from the same people hitting the same people over and over and over again,
And over.
You
And
kind of just
over.
get to the point of this doesn't have a point of where it's going.
It was everywhere.
It was all over the place. It was all over the place, and there was no rhyme or reason to it. And it's like you said, it's like they didn't even talk about the match before they went out and had it. They just went out and had the match, and it was just kind of impromptu, and there was no rhyme or reason as to what was going on.
Ooh, there's a sheet. Let's hit
Let's
again.
hit him again. Oh, it's open now. Let me grab it and hit him again. You know, like it was 12 or 13 times in a row. A really repetitive.
And then the helmet, the
Yeah.
football helmet. It's there for a reason. Don't feather tap it. Thump it like a helmet.
Feather tap it.
Yeah, that's what it was. You didn't hear no thud.
No, it's tip, tip. It's just like a little
I
slappy
wasn't even
slap.
hearing that.
So, you know, there was some moments there that just did not have their go-to. Congratulations though on the infamous Warriors on winning the tag team championships in that match. I mean, it was really hard. Casey Cage and Robert Blade had a match that was going for their rivalry, and it looked like at certain points in times that Robert was just out of wind. He just did not have the wind to pick him back up and take him to where he needed to go to make it work for him. So, you know, you got to kind of lead where it needs to be. And I don't think that they had what it took to lead it where it needed to be. I think Casey Cage really called that match really well. Robert Blade was really trying his best to keep up with what was being called, but he was really winded. You could tell from the get-go he was winded from the start. So some cardio is in need, of course. And I'm not trying to crap on you guys, Championship Winner Wrestling, Robert Blade. I'm not trying to crap on you. You could just tell that was not your night. It wasn't your match. Cameron Cox faced Draven Lee for the World Heavyweight Championship. He actually retained the World Heavyweight Championship, did really well retaining that championship tonight. And man, I'm just going to tell you, that was a slow going match tonight as well.
The worst, like, that was a slow one, but I hate to admit it, Buck's match was the slowest for me.
Buck Manson is who she's talking about. So you think Buck Manson was not the
They
quickest or
were
the best?
more trying to amp up everybody and talk everybody than actually perform for everybody.
Brandon Watley and Buck Manson is who you're talking about here.
Yeah.
And Brandon, like, no offense, Brandon knows better. I know he does. I know he was trained better. And I know he could have choked him out at the drop of a hat if he really wanted to. I've seen him do it. I've seen him do it to old Dougie Sanders once or twice, 3 times a lady. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say there. It was just not really set up right. I don't know if they really thought it through what was going on. The general manager kind of let a lot of stuff happen that shouldn't have went on. It is what it is. I mean, what can you do about it? You know, you just move on, right? Hopefully. And then the grand finale was a ladder match. We did not get to see the ladder match. We actually had some business to take care of, and we had to leave. But I will get you guys caught up on what happened during the ladder match, who won the ladder match, all that good stuff that was going on there. It was a 6-man ladder match. Christopher Battle was going to be inside of it. Rick Hayes was going to be inside of it. Christopher Payne got a chance to be inside that match. Those are the big 3 that I know that were inside the match. I don't know who else was going to be in that match at the end of the night as well, but there was a lot of people there. We also got to see Ty Rose take on Juicy John Bishop and Leroy Lewis. And I'm going to tell you, he did a good job there for a little bit, but it just was too much. Juicy John Bishop let the juice loose, and he just let it roll with him. And so it was able to be taken care of on that front for him. Congratulations to Juicy John Bishop. Hope and pray everything goes good for you as you win that match, and hope you're able to move back into singles competition pretty soon. But if not, hey, Juicy Payne will be around. So we know that's going on. Now let's just skip over a little bit. Let's get going on into what's going to be happening here in the world of wrestling here pretty soon. Now on New Year's Day in New Jersey, so Richland Park, New Jersey, GCW is going to be holding Till Infinity. And it's going to be on New Year's Eve, 8 p.m. is where it's going to be starting at. Let me get you over to the scene here so we can see what's going on here. So that's GCW. And we know Homicide's going to be there. Grim Reaper is going to be there. Kerry Morton's going to be there. And Griffin McCourt is going to be there in New Jersey when that's going to be taking place. Also, SPCW, that's right, Southern Pride Championship Wrestling, January the 4th is going to be coming back. And man, what a card do they have. Axton Ray is going to be there. Tess Warren's going to be there. Javen Myra is going to be there. Von Miller is going to be there. That's right. The Black America champion, the SPCW Black America champion is going to be there. The Stew Crew is going to be there. KJ Impala is going to be making his return. Bruiser Bobby Mitchell is going to be back in action right there. Connor Martin's going to be there. Of course, Xander Storm's going to be there. Tyler Shoup's going to be there. Wayne Moxie is going to be there. Johnny Polk is going to be there. And man, I think Johnny Polk is going to be looking to get some revenge against Skyven for taking that junior heavyweight championship away from him. So it's going to be an interesting night on January the 4th at SPCW at the Sportatorium, 157 Myers Lane in La Follette, Tennessee. It's going to be one of the places where you guys want to be. New Year's resolution is going to be taking place on January the 11th, 2025 in Troy, Missouri. That's going to be happening at 198 Cherry Blossom Way right there in Troy, Missouri. Camaro Jackson will be facing his biggest challenge to date. He will take on the monstrous Mike Maverick in that main event that's going to be taking place there. The NWA World League Tag Team Championships will be on the line as well as Dysfunction. And join us, we'll be facing Blade Lennox and the astonishing Austin Molatello. And I'm going to tell you, man, it's going to be a great time. That's going to be happening right there. You can get your tickets at nationalwrestlingalliance.com or head on over to harleyrace.com or World League, harleyraceworldleague.com, and get your tickets today for that. That's going to be going on right there. Begin Again is going to be taking place for Exodus Pro Wrestling. It's going to be happening January 18th, 2025 at Treelawn Music Hall right there on Waterloo Road. That's right, 15335 Waterloo Road, Cleveland, Ohio, 44110. Hey, Stevie Dean has said that he's going to be out there at the SPCW show. He said, why don't you come on out and see him? Hey, Stevie, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming on in. But doors are going to be opening at 5:05. The bell time is going to be at 6:05 right here for Begin Again in Exodus Pro Wrestling. Man, it's just going to be a great place for you guys to be. Forever Pro Wrestling is also going to be hosting on January 18th at the Coosa Valley Fairgrounds. That's going to be at 1400 Martin Luther King Boulevard in Rome, Georgia. The doors are going to be opening at 6:30 p.m. The bell time is going to be at 8 p.m. there. Front row tickets are going to be $15. General admission are going to be $10 to that show. And it's going to be a great show. Family packed. Family action going to be going on. Scan that QR code right now if you got it on your screen, and definitely get involved with Forever Pro Wrestling. I know Rocky Shaw is going to be there. Kevin Ryan is going to be there. Chris Crunk is going to be there, and so many more. You just don't want to miss this. I'm hoping and praying that one day they get the chance to have the Golden Child, Evan Golden, come and be there with them. As he has definitely been trying to politic his way down into the Tennessee and Georgia area and work his way down this way. I hope that they get a chance to get to see him pretty soon. The Golden Child will definitely be a great asset to you guys, Forever Pro Wrestling, if you get the chance to grab him and eat him up alive. So KFW is going to be taking place. That's right. Crossfire Professional Wrestling is going to be taking place Friday, January 24th, 2025 in Sevierville Civic Center, 120 Gary R. Wade Boulevard in Sevierville, Tennessee. They're going to be hosting 20 years of kick-ass. And man, they've got the Slime Balls going to be there. That's right. Tommy Rhett, Sanchez are going to be there. Aaron Stevens is going to be there. Hunter Drake, Jackson Drake's going to be there. Kylie Page, Kenzie Page, and Haley J is going to be there. So there's going to be Hollywood Haley J is going to be there. There's going to be lots of action going to be taking place there. You definitely don't want to miss this. You can catch those tickets at the National Wrestling Alliance.com or Brown Paper Bags. As soon as they put it up, we'll get you an event number for you so you can get your tickets right there through brownpaperbags.com. Friday, January 24th at the Joe L. Evans Community Center, 312 West Broad Street in Livingston, Tennessee. Resolution Rumble is going to be taking place for Pile Driver Pro Wrestling. And man, it looks like it's going to be an action-packed night. Andrew Thomas is going to be there. Bruiser Bob's going to be there. Tyler Shoop is going to be there. The Weaver and the Pain, baby. It's going to be action. Gustavo is going to be there. Toby Farley's going to be there. Andy Optimal is scheduled to be there. The Stu Crew's going to be there. Von Miller's going to be there. And so many more. You definitely don't want to miss this night. That's going to be coming up for you Friday, January 24th, 2025, the Joe L. Evans Community Center right there in Livingston, Tennessee. It's going to be kind of catty-cornered from the Mallard Library that's going to be out there right on Broad Street. Broad Street kind of splits ways left and right. Goes one way on both streets. You'll have to make a left-hand turn. I believe it's on 2nd Street or 3rd Street. And then it's going to be right on your left-hand side, right catty-cornered from the library direct right there. Great place to be. And then how can I forget the School of Morton? Now, the School of Morton and me have partnered, and we've got a lot of stuff going on. So for the next couple shows that's going to be happening on Sunday, January 5th, Sunday, January 19th, February 2nd, 2025, and February 16th, 2025. If you head on over to ticketleap.com is where I'm at right now. Type in the School of Morton, type in Newport, Tennessee, click search events. It's going to pop up this page for you right here. And if you buy tickets right now, you will get a special discount to the School of Morton tapings on any of these, as long as you type in the code Arabbidb3aver. That's capital Rabidbeaver is how you're going to be doing it. So you click get tickets. You want to add them to your cart or enter your discount code. You hit your discount code right here. That's capital Rabidbeaver and click submit. Boom, it's going to take it for you and it's going to have your discount applied to you. As soon as you add it to your cart and go to your next screen, it's going to drop it from that 1120 down and you will see that direct. Go get your tickets today. Get your tickets online today at ticketleap.com. I think that's going to about cover it right now for all of our beautiful news. But the biggest thing is we want to remember Jax Dane, the most decorated man in NWA history, former world heavyweight champion, former Olympic gold medalist. The man did everything in his life that you can imagine, and then some. And we want to be very respectful of the Lamone family. We want to give our most sincere condolences to you. We were able to talk to Jax on several occasions this past year, and he was always kind to us. He always gave us an abundance of time and always spoke to us very well and always enjoyed the videos that we put up. He always liked every video that we put up of him facing anybody. The last videos that we got to take of him was at JCP, where he was versing the Thrillbilly Silas Mason. And he was very grateful that we put those videos out. And I was very grateful and honored to be able to do that for him before he died. We also got some video footage of him in Tampa at the Tampa tapings, where him and Baron Von Storm were tag teaming together. And I've got to say, man, the man just left a lasting impression on our lives. And we can't be more grateful to him for the sacrifices that he made and the time that he gave to us as not only a show, but also as just people, and treated us just like we were family at every show we went to. He made time for us everywhere if we asked. And that's just a blessing. You don't find that very much inside of wrestling. And he was one of the guys that did that. So I want to give my most sincere condolences to his family. And if anybody out there knows if there's any shows going to be benefiting his family that's going to be going towards Jax Dane, please feel free to reach out to us on Facebook at Joseph D. Hughes or Casera Hughes, either one. We would love to hear about what's going on and who's going to be benefiting and where it's going to be taking place. We would also love to get the news out for his family as well. So thank you guys so much tonight for the early morning edition of Wrestle Talk with Arabbidb3aver. And we hope to see you guys back here on the 7th of January. When we come back, we should be coming back with a bang. I believe Casey Kazana is going to be here that night. And we'll be talking wrestling. We'll be talking School of Morton. We're going to be talking NWA. We're going to be talking Beside the Ring. We're going to be talking a lot of stuff because there's a lot of stuff that's happened the past few months. And we have not got into all of it. So,
Dun dun dun.
Spock Bunny, you have anything else that you would like to say before we go tonight?
No, just hello and good night.
All right. Hello, guys, and good night from us as well. And remember, you guys heard it here first on Wrestle Talk with the Arabbidb3aver. We hope to see you guys soon. Y'all be safe. Bye-bye.